This week on Council Bluffs News, Matt Walsh wins the mayoral election. In an exclusive interview, we talk with a longtime city council member to find out what areas he plans to address first once he takes office in January. Out with the old, in with the new. St. Albert High School replaces the home side bleachers at its football field. We'll tell you about the long overdue upgrade. And elementary students at Walnut Grove put the fun in science. See what they are doing with the University of Nebraska Medical Center graduate students during National Fun, that's PHUN Week. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Tuesday, November 5th marked an important day for Council Bluffs as it was the first election night where Council Bluffs would vote in a new mayor in more than 2 decades. Tom Hannafin is retiring after 25 years of leadership. CBTV 17 talks with Mayor-elect Matt Walsh about election night and what changes the city will see in 2014. After months of campaigning,
I'm glad it's over. It's been a long fall.
Matt Walsh wins the 2013 mayoral election with more than 3,800 votes.
Really hadn't sunk in yet. I think I'll get a weekend off this weekend.
Coming into election night, Walsh wasn't always optimistic about winning the race against his opponent. Brent Seegers fought hard with his campaign in the last weeks, adding more signage, sending direct mailers, and using automated phone calls from influential politicians in Iowa.
After all that flood of information to the voters, I wasn't too sure where I stood on election day.
The push wasn't enough, but had Seegers won the election, Walsh would be out of city government since he couldn't run for mayor without the risk of losing a seat on city council, which he had held for 18 years.
If I wanted to, 2 years ago, I could have run for a 4-year seat, which then would have allowed me to stay on, win or lose, but I just didn't think that was fair to the voters.
But as the votes began to come in, Walsh started feeling content with his odds.
I was very apprehensive up until the absentee ballots came in, and it looked favorable at that point, and it stayed about that same percentage of vote all the way through, so obviously celebrated a little on Tuesday night.
Walsh says his time on city council and his active role in the community has a lot to do with him getting the votes needed to win.
Through all that process, I've made a lot of contacts and connections, and I knew that would also be a great benefit coming in, because people who know you then talk to people who want to know who to vote for, and if they know you and they know that your heart's kind of in the right place, it gets out there, and so I think that helped a lot also.
62% of voters favor Walsh, but he wants the people of Council Bluffs to back him 100%.
I'm sitting here wondering how I didn't get my message across to 38% of the voters. I really think I need to work on them. In their mind, there's something missing. I don't know what that is, but I intend to find out.
Walsh plans to keep his door and mind open to questions and concerns of the public, and knows it will be hard for some of them to adjust to a new mayor.
I've been there for 18 years. I know those employees. The citizens know me, but it won't be Tom in the desk anymore, and for some people that will cause some angst, and we'll just do a good job, and that's the best way to move on past that.
No major changes are expected in Council Bluffs, as the new mayor, for the most part, likes the direction the city is heading.
Let's keep the good, let's change the things that maybe aren't as efficient, and we'll do that. But I think that's going to be behind the scenes stuff that most people outside of city government won't even notice.
The only big changes people will see are economic growth and the development of West Broadway. Walsh says commercial businesses currently look elsewhere to build because property taxes are so high in the city.
Warehousing, manufacturing, industrial can be anywhere, and so when they look at our property tax formula, they say it's not attractive. We don't want to come to Council Bluffs. Why would we want to pay double the property taxes?
Walsh estimates it's a $15,000 to $30,000 property tax increase for commercial businesses to locate in Council Bluffs compared to Omaha. And since Council Bluffs lacks in that area, it's the homeowners who pay the price.
With businesses deciding to go to Omaha and not stay in Council Bluffs, it means that more residential property owners have to make up for that lack of commercial property tax revenue. So it hurts both sides of the formula. It hurts commercial property taxpayers because they're paying more, and since we have less of them, the residential property taxpayers have to pay more. If we can recruit commercial business, that expanded tax base will help the residential property owner and lessen their tax burden.
As for West Broadway, Walsh originally planned to do a lane reduction on both sides, making the busy street one lane each way with a turning lane in the middle. But with a misunderstanding of how many cars commute on the stretch of road daily, Walsh switched gears and came up with a new idea.
We'd still keep the 5 lanes is my assumption at this point, but we would repave, tear it out, put in new paving. We'd redo the sidewalks, and then we'd do some streetscape, which would include new lights, ballards in some area, just to make it more pedestrian friendly, to make people feel more comfortable as they walk up and down Broadway, to give it a better aesthetic appearance.
A new storm sewage system under West Broadway would be put in before the road is redone, preventing puddles in the streets and messes on the sidewalks and buildings so close to the road. But these changes won't be seen right away in 2014.
I don't anticipate going in with a pre-planned agenda that these are the changes I'm going to make. We're just going to talk about the easy stuff. As I get more acclimated in what's going on, there's where the significant changes will take place, and I think that will be down the road 6 to 12 months in some cases.
And as for right now, Mayor-elect Matt Walsh is winding down his daytime career at Security National Bank and preparing to take office come January.
I've got some vacation time that I'd saved up in anticipation of winning the election and needing to start out prior to when I start getting paid. So I'll take my vacation time from my current employment and move in down at City Hall and start work prior to January 1, and whenever it officially happens, it officially happens.
There's no word yet on when Mayor Hanifin is officially retiring. Mayor-elect Matt Walsh says he plans to learn some budgeting skills from Hanifin before he takes office to make the transition smooth. Now for news around the Bluffs, sponsored by Mr. Ed's Flagpole Company of Council Bluffs, right off Valley View Drive between Madison Avenue and Highway 92. The American Legion hosts its annual Veterans Day Parade Saturday, November 9th. 82 Council Bluffs organizations and businesses participate in the parade, showing their backing for veterans.
It means they're getting a lot more support from the community and the businesses, so that's really a good thing. It's nice to see.
Tom Hanifin making his last Veterans Day Parade appearance as mayor. The American Legion has been putting on the parade for decades as people line Pearl and Main Streets to watch the procession and collect candy. Lewis Central High School students display their artwork in the park building at Second Fridays, November 8th. Some students create people, flowers, and buildings using different painting techniques, while others create pottery mugs and decorative pieces.
I think it's really cool for other people to come and see other people's artwork, especially in high school, and be like, wow, kids are still talented and into doing this stuff.
The park building hosts Second Fridays every month. Anyone attending can observe paintings, pictures, crafts, and more. The Thomas Jefferson Band and Orchestra puts on its first mattress fundraiser sale Saturday, November 9th. Partnering up with Custom Fundraising Solutions, they create a unique way to raise money to go to Adventureland to compete against other schools.
We are always looking at ways to raise money without going door to door selling candy bars, cookie dough, things of that nature.
Along with sponsoring a car show and putting on craft fairs, the band program at Thomas Jefferson plans to make this an annual fundraiser. Coming up on Council Bluffs News, students at Walnut Grove Elementary get hands-on in learning about physiology with students from UNMC. And after the break, Lieber Field at St. Albert is getting a facelift with new bleachers. Find out where they got them and when they'll be ready for football fans. Plus, the Council Bluffs Animal Shelter has adorable friends looking to become pets in a good home. Stay tuned, you're watching Council Bluffs News.
Your path to a rewarding career in healthcare begins here at Iowa Western Community College. Iowa Western's new nursing center offers state-of-the-art instruction in nursing, surgical technology, medical training, and emergency medical services.
Iowa Western Community College has a state-of-the-art nursing simulation center.
Human simulators and expert instructors are your keys to success at Iowa Western Community College. Learn how you can get a quality and affordable education in the growing field of healthcare at iwcc.edu.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
I wouldn't have been at this ceremony if I hadn't been at this ceremony first. Unfortunately, nearly 30% of U.S. high school students aren't making it to graduation. And every one of us, every parent, every friend, and neighbor, has the responsibility to provide the support and encouragement they need to make it through. Because we all need to see a lot more of these pictures.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. The football field at St. Albert routinely sees some of the best players in the state, but what people attending the games often see are 50-year-old bleachers, eroded over the years and beat from the hailstorm of 2011. Volunteers and alumni of the Catholic High School removed the wooden planks Saturday, November 9th. See how Lieber Field is replacing those bleachers with a piece of Omaha history. It's a noisy Saturday morning at St. Albert Catholic High School as the old wooden bleachers get torn out of the home side of the football field.
The original bleacher structure was about 50 years old.
Volunteers and alumni of the school work in groups to remove the planks.
I'm really excited about it.
With 3 chainsaws going at a time, the seats are removed one by one.
We're removing the wood seats and the wood flooring. It'll all be recycled. There were aluminum covers on the seating that will be recycled too.
Connolly says the substructure for the bleachers is still in good shape. Just a few touch-ups are all that's needed.
We have to correct some erosion that happened over the years, but the substructure is solid.
The new seats are from an old baseball stadium, better known as Rosenblatt. Volunteers carefully disassembled the outfield bleachers in 2011, and St. Albert put them in storage until the process of taking out the old bleachers began.
It'll be a completely enclosed structure, bleacher structure. The seats will have backs. It'll make it much more comfortable, much more convenient for our fans.
It's just going to mean a lot of safety. Kids, these bleachers weren't safe, and it was hard bringing young kids because they could fall through. And so now, You can bring your kids and not worry about them falling, your purse, or anything else falling through the bleachers, and it's just, from a safety standpoint, it's going to be wonderful.
President of St. Albert, Joe Connolly, explains the most important aspect of replacing the bleachers is recycling.
The Omaha Zoo Foundation wanted as much of the material from Rosenblatt to be recycled in the community. So this was a great opportunity for them. It's also a great opportunity for us because we're into recycling and, you know, and kind of go green, so that's what we're doing here.
I was so thrilled when we heard that we got them. It was a big weight lifted off because we couldn't afford new bleachers, so that was huge for us.
A facelift for Al Lieber Field, and a relief to parents and students who enjoy a good game.
By next fall, when you come to football games at St. Albert, the new seating will be in place.
The bleachers from Rosenblatt will be installed in the spring of next year on the home side of the field. St. Albert had already replaced the visitor side bleachers with updated wooden planks in 2011. Time now for Pets of the Week. Sponsored by Mad Cow Paintball of Louisville, Nebraska.
Hi, my name is Misty Bino, and I'm a volunteer with Solace, support our local animal shelter. This guy is Flash. Flash is about 2 years old. He's a wire coat terrier mix of some type. He was found as a stray on South 13th Street here in Council Bluffs. If you are interested in adopting Flash, his file number is 1519. If you're looking for a canine companion, this is Tucker. Tucker is a 1-year-old lab husky mix. He's very well behaved for being a 1-year-old big puppy. He was brought in as a stray found on Yellow Pole Road, and he seems like a very sweet dog. If you are looking to adopt him, Tucker's file number is 4960. If you're looking for a feline friend, this is Sanja. Sanja is a male brown tabby and white. He came in with a litter of kittens that have all been waiting for their forever home. So if you are interested in adopting Sanja, who's about 12 weeks old, his file number is 1907. This is Jake. Jake is an orange tabby with a little bit of white on him. He was surrendered here to the shelter. His family can no longer take care of him. He is a super sweet love bug. Jake is about 3 years old, and if you are interested in adopting Jake, his file number is 1667. This may look like another cat, but this is actually a rabbit. We think it's an English Angora rabbit. We're not sure of the gender at this point yet, but it is available for adoption, and we are calling this big bunny Fluffy. If you are interested in adopting Fluffy, his or her file number is 2016.
Still to come on Council Bluffs News, UNMC brings physiology activities to the students at Walnut Grove Elementary. See what kind of fun they're having. And the ReverbEat fills you in on campus activities. We'll be right back.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Ever wonder what makes us, the Smurfs, so happy? The forest, of course. This is where we, along with the beautiful forest creatures, make our home with beautiful plant life, clean water, and endless adventures. It's a place to celebrate. So discover the forest with your family today. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
This last week, graduates and postdoctoral students from the University of Nebraska Medical Center made a stop to a local Council Bluffs elementary school for Physiology Understanding Week, also known as Fun Week. IWTV student Sean Crawford has more.
Some things in your body work, so...
Fifth grade students at Walnut Grove Elementary School are having fun. But a different type than you might think. Fun Week, aka Physiological Understanding Week, brings University of Nebraska Medical Center postgraduate students to Council Bluffs.
We were showing them and telling them about lungs and hearts and what your lungs do and what your heart does in your body.
And with a few exercises, a few props,
it looks disgusting in there.
And even an underwater heart rate test,
breath, and dunk.
the UNMC scientists are continuing this tradition.
Every November we try to do a K-12 outreach activity where we go into local schools and we just do some hands-on activities to try to help the kids get a better appreciation of science in their lives.
This yearly instruction started back in 2005 as a test and was launched as a weekly campaign in November of 2006. The young student interest has kept this program going.
It surprised me that depends on what you do, that makes your heart rate go up.
I want to learn about how your body reacts in water and water and exercising.
And some of the students' enthusiasm may end up going beyond this lesson.
I wouldn't mind studying this. It actually seems pretty fun to study, and it seems really cool to study too.
In addition to Walnut Grove, the American Physiological Society also sent UNMC students to schools in Omaha and Lincoln. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Sean Crawford.
For more information on the American Physiology Society, visit the-aps.org.
What's crackin', Reavers? I'm DH here with another episode of ReverbEat. And this week's episode includes preparation for the gourmet dinner, registration for second semester, and how you can order handmade decorations right here on campus. Let go.
The Gourmet Dinner is a culinary fundraiser for the students' trip to Chicago, where they'll learn from the country's top chefs. The students have been preparing for this event since the beginning of the school year.
We actually started on the menu at the beginning of the school year.
There are a lot of tasty dishes on the menu.
What I did today was I made a Maytag blue cheese sauce.
That's 1 out of 7 courses.
Entree dish would be a duo of pork and beef, which has a demi-glaze.
They have dessert as well.
So yeah, and then what you see in the bake shop going on right now is a pumpkin autumn mousse.
300 people will be attending the dinner. Thanks, Kelly. Looking for some holiday decorations? Well, we have a solution. The advisor from the Horticulture Club tells us all about it.
We're selling evergreens, wreaths, crosses, candy canes, centerpieces, baskets.
You'll have your items in plenty of time for the holidays.
And they'll be delivered about the 18th of November. And
The students spend valuable time working and selling these items. The money goes to a good cause.
so take them to the horticulture competition in Iowa. Well, if they're interested in ordering some, they can give me a call at 712-325-3364, and I can email them a brochure.
Thanks, Jenna. Second semester is coming up and students are signing up for classes. Advisors sit down with the students to put them on the right path to graduate. If you haven't registered for classes yet, get on it before it's too late.
Here's what's going on around campus.
After you're done registering for classes, head over to the Art Center on November 14th for the Shakespeare Game Show. Curtain goes up at 7:30 p.m. Come ready to have fun and laugh. If you have any questions, please contact Theater Program Chair Maura Megina-Ellie at 712-325-3409. There will be a food drive on November 11th through the 15th. The food drive is located on campus in the Student Center on the second floor. The culinary arts students are doing a Thanksgiving pie sale. Orders can be picked up on November 27th between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you have any questions, you can contact Brenda at bwinmueller@iwcc.edu.
That's it for this edition of ReverbEat. Remember to like us on Facebook, and if you have any stories, be sure to send us a message. I'm DH for ReverbEat. Stay smooth, stay safe.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. 4 families in Southwest Iowa are being honored for strong family life. The Heartland Family Services Salute to Families will be at the Mid-America Center Thursday, November 14th, with the award celebration starting at 6 p.m. Cost is $25 for adults, $10 for children. Call 712-435-5350 for ticket information and more details. Enjoy 1940s music performed by All Hands on Deck at the Iowa Western Arts Center Friday, November 15th. Inspired by big bands of the time, All Hands on Deck will perform hits including Chattanooga Choo Choo, Pennsylvania Polka, and more. The nostalgic evening includes dancing, classic antics, impromptu skits, and patriotic entertainment. Tickets are $37, $33 for seniors. Contact Molly Noon at 712-388-7141 or at mnoon@iwcc.edu for tickets and details. You can also visit the Arts Center website at artcenter.iwcc.edu. Just like other birds, bald eagles also fly south for the winter. You can watch their migration at one of the world's top 5 hawkwalk locations, just north of Council Bluffs. Hitchcock Nature Center in Honey Creek welcomes you to come out Sunday, November 17th to watch the endangered species make their journey. The event begins at 1 p.m. and goes until 3. It also includes live raptor demonstrations by Raptor Recovery Nebraska, activities for children, scheduled programs and refreshments. Cost is $5 per person and children 5 and under are free. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, shoot us an email at cbtv@iwcc.edu. Give us a call at 712-325-3312 or message us on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/cbtv17. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Marie Zeitner. See you next week.